Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 2 between Team Secret and OG. We saw OG... Why is the screen so black? There we go. It's finally changed. Huzzah! And we saw OG take that first game pretty damn dominantly. They just dismantled Team Secret's lineup completely, just crushed them before the Spectre can come online whatsoever. And even the Magnus, who really needed to have a decent start for them to have much effect, just could not. And just Thompson was such a pain in the ass to kill the entire time with that Bristleback. He was so damn tanky, did way too much damage. And then plus mid one just came flying in himself and did a stupid amount of damage. And yeah, they just crushed him. That's all I can really say. They crushed him. They really did. So we'll see what Secret's going to be able to do in this game 2 to maybe try and swing this around and take it to a game 3. Or maybe OG, they might just beat him down once again and close out this series 2-0. Finally showing who is the better of these two teams. But we'll have to wait and see, because who knows what could happen. But OG, they do ban out the Magnus this time. So, I mean, even though it didn't do that great in the previous game, I think Secret's original plan was for it to be in Puppey's hands as the position 5. But the Beastmaster pick forced them to go for an Enchantress, which really threw things around. And then they didn't even get the ideal matchup. The Enchantress and the Spectre was in the wrong lanes, and then it all just fell apart. So they picked this hero to try and counter another hero. Didn't even get that matchup, and then didn't have the Empower bot on the position 5. Yeah, it was all really went really badly for Secret there, really bad. So we'll see what they're going to start with. They're going to start with the Slardar this time, seeing as how the Magnus and the Omni Knight, two of Secret's high priority first picks, are taken away. So Slardar definitely close third. So he immediately snapped that up. That'll be for Sai in the off lane. We'll see what OG are going to grab for their first pick of this game. And they're actually going to go for the Trio Protector. So that's most likely going to be for No Tail as the position 5. I think Saxa can run it as the 4. But I think when it comes down to OG, it generally is No Tail on this hero. They like to put it in that position 5 role and then just making sure that everyone stays nice and healthy across the map whilst keeping those towers up and just really reducing any pushing speed comes out from the side of Secret. See what hero pair and Secret and Guerrero up to go with this Slardar. They may potentially go for the Lina once more. Put that into the hands of Yapzor. Maybe they could grab the Rubik. Used to see it all the time in the hands of Secret, this Rubik pickup. It's not exactly like it's dropped off, but it's definitely slowed down for him. Could work out quite nicely against the Trinity as well. But they're going to have to keep the line, so that's going to be Puppies for the position 5. I don't think I've really seen Secret play this hero too much, but it's most likely going to be the position 5 role. I mean, Nigma, they did run it as their position 4 in GH's hands. But even still, it's most likely to be the 5. But OG, they didn't go for the Silencer, so that's most likely going to be their position 1 for mid 1. Position 1 for mid 1. So that will most likely be for him and to take into the safe lane. They have run this quite a few times and it can be real damn annoying to deal with, especially if you can get a few of those early intelligence stacks online, and then this hero just really starts to snowball out of control, just does way too much damage with those glaives. Especially it seems how he's going to be up against the Slardar as well. Can easily keep his distance away from him whilst also harassing him out. Can either go for the Curse or just maybe just go for like a more of a right-clicking build with the last word, perhaps. Almost like a team taking that Curse, I imagine. Try and harass out the Slardar in that way. Secret take away the Beastmaster this time. Don't want that to happen once again. Goes into Seb's hands and just forces them to try and do some weird lane switching. Just going to avoid that scenario altogether. So OG now just going to heavily focus a lot of their bans towards Matumberman most likely. They've already taken away that Spectre. remove the PA once more. So you want to try and pick a hero for secret that likes to build a Manta style, so you can purge off these silences. Could maybe see a Phantom Lancer? Phantom Lancer could be quite decent. Obviously, the silencer is pretty single target, so you will struggle to deal with it. The Tree Protector, the Overgrowth can be quite good against the PL. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Who knows? The secret, they banned out the Tidehunter as their last ban. So taking away sort of like two really nice ultimate stuns that could potentially come out from OG with the Beastmaster and the Tidehunter. There is still the Enigma. The Enigma would be quite nice, especially with the Silencer as the backup. Like you could use the global purely defensively just to make sure that there's no cancels for this black hole. I mean, so far there's only Slardar, and he's not exactly the easiest hero to try and stop a black hole. You gotta get real close to actually get that crush off, and most likely the black hole's going to be in the way a large portion of that time. So they might leave it a few more picks just to see if just to see what other heroes can come out from a secret that could potentially cancel it. They also removed the Drow. Drow's normally a pretty good hero to go up against the Silencer. You know, you can do just as much damage as the Silencer can with those right clicks whilst keeping the range between the two of you. And you don't really care too much about getting hit by Curse because you only have one activatable spell. But OG, they're going to take the Clockwork. So that's going to be for Saxa, most likely is their position 4 role. So just their position 3 and 2 to pick up. So you're actually going to take the Tusks. That's going to be for Yapzor. So you have a Tusk and a Slardar lane up. I mean, if they can get on top of this Silencer with the Snowball, then the Silencer will die. Like, it's pretty much guaranteed that the Silencer will die if there's a Snowball connection coming out from the Tusk with the Slardar inside. It will be pretty brutal. But OG, they are going to go for that Enigma pickup. So that'll be for Seb in the off lane. There is a couple more cancels on the side of Secret. The Tusk one is pretty good, seems how you can Snowball onto the Enigma. I'm pretty sure you can Snowball through a black hole. I'm pretty sure you can. So it's not going to be the easiest black hole in the world for Seb. Probably have to go for a BKB relatively soon. Well, I mean, in order to actually get really effective black holes, but obviously Enigma can be an effective hero without, you know, just being a black hole bot. So see what else they will pick up to go with that. So it's actually the Luna pickup now for the side of Secret. So that'll be their position 1. We'll be paired up with the Keeper of Light. So going to be lots of Lucent Beam spams coming out from this Luna in the laning phase. Will be a little bit difficult for Seb. I'd be using those beams to harass out the Enigma or just actually getting easy kills onto the Eidolons, as they are pretty squishy in the early portions of the game. So his Lucent Beams will do a lot of damage. Plus the Lucent Beams, they do also have that mini stun. So it's another way to actually cancel out these black holes that will be coming out from Seb. So BKB is going to be on his essential item list. Probably be his second item. So just a mid laner left for Secret and the position 1 for OG. So Secret, they take away the Troll Warlords. OG get rid of the Zeus. I mean, Secret, they've got a good couple of ways of initiating. The Slardar will most likely be getting that Blink Dagger online. Plus you get the Snowball forward from the Tusk as well. Also most likely you're going to get a Blink Dagger. Good way to close the gaps whilst allowing to go for those Snowball saves in any sort of dire situations. What could Secret pick up for their position 1? I was going to say Storm Spirit, but the Storm Spirit gets screwed pretty hard by the Silencer. No, even T8, not very good either. Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit could be okay because he does like to naturally build Eul Scepter. Well, sometimes he likes to build Eul Scepter. It's a little bit all over the place when it comes to that sort of build with that hero. But I mean, if he did get the Euls, there would be a way to cancel out the silence coming out from the Silencer. So actually go for the Void Spirit. Another one of those spirits which like to build the Eul Scepter. Plus, it's a good way of actually having a lot of disables. Another way to cancel out the Black Hole with the Void Remnant. So there's quite a few disables now on the side of Secret to deal with this Black Hole if they really need to. But, I mean, a large portion, a large bit of the effect that the Enigma has is the threat of the Black Hole rather than the actual Black Hole itself. So it's probably not really too worried about that. But Secret, OG, they still sort of need a frontliner. They are lacking a little bit. And they got the Treant and they got the Clockwork, but they're not like the biggest space makers in the world. The Clockwork can be if he gets a decent hook shot off and then manages to separate a couple of people with his cogs. And that could end up quite well. They're actually going to go for the Sven. Going to keep it rolling. Oh, it's actually Topson taking the Sven for the mid lane. Oh wait, of course. Yeah, okay. I thought maybe they might have swapped it around and Topson take the Silencer in the mid, but they're going to stick to it. So mid one's taking the Silencer. So Topson's on Sven. So will this actually be a mid Sven, or is it just going to be mid one taking the Silencer towards the mid lane? I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see what OG want to do with this little last minute change up. Maybe on the side of Secret, all their picks are exactly where you'd expect them to be. So see if they get caught out by this Sven pickup from Topson. I mean, look at these lineups. I definitely think Secrets is a lot stronger this game. They actually have a couple of ways that there's not all of the weight on Nisha's shoulders this time to actually have a good lane. It can actually be divvied up across it. The Luna comes online a lot earlier than a Spectre does. Plus, you know, Slardar's quite effective in his lane. Void Spirit's able to hold himself quite nicely. So it's a little bit more. It's just a little bit safer now for the side of Secret in this lineup that they've gone with. We'll have to see how it actually pans out that way, or if OG's just going to crush them again like they did in the previous game. But I think it's more of a difficult task for him this time. So actually going to head 4 heroes straight up towards the top lane. Maybe we want to try and set up for a first blood. Maybe just see if anyone on the side of Secret steps out of a line and tries to get up to high ground. Doesn't know they're going to find anyone though. I don't think anyone on the side of Secret's going to step out quite out that badly into position. It's going to catch someone out though. I think that ward, it didn't actually spot YapzOr, so he's able to sneak behind. But OG, I think they know this. They're going to run straight into him. YapzOr ends up getting caught out now. Let's help. Nice Nature's Grass there, put in the perfect position. YapzOr slowed the entire time, and that's just a super easy kill for him. Mid one just laying into the back of him as well. Already got those extra 2 permanent intelligence stacks already online. So, it's already off to a swimmingly great start for OG. Even Soxer just going crazy, jumping straight towards that the triangle. Going to be able to try and contest off this bounty room. Puppey's able to push him away and manage to secure that. But Puppey's getting pretty low himself. They will be able to apply enough pressure onto Soxer. It's going to force OG to fall backwards. But even still, there's a lot of damage sustained on the side of Secret. Nice body blocks coming out there from Nisha, holding N0tail in place. And it looks like they're able to get a return kill, even leaving the last hit there for Matu. So nice little back and forth trade. It actually ended up being 3 bounties favouring Secret this time as well. So they get a slight little bonus. And this time they're actually running Matu in the off lane with YapzOr. So leaving Zai down bot lane to go up against this against the Enigma. But OG, they're leaving this as a tri lane up top. Soxer's just running straight at Matumbaman, trying to zone him out as much as possible. But now Secret are going to try and turn around. The tag team slowing down way too much. Soxer ends up falling. Now N0tail gets pulled all the way back with a nice blinding light. The Lucid Beam's doing so much damage. And that's going to be another kill. Actually ends up being a double for YapzOr. A little bit of extra gold for him. Going to be able to get a nice couple of early items. Already got the Owner Shadows coming out. So, I mean, it did start off super well for OG before the timer began. The Secret, they're fighting back quick and hard. It doesn't look like OG are going to try and leave this as a tri lane. N0tail's actually moving back down towards the bot. Going to move it back to just a standard dual lane setup. So we'll see if maybe YapzOr's going to move down towards the bot lane, or whether if Secret just want to keep this as a try and just make as much space for Matu as they possibly can. It's very dangerous for the side of OG. One little misstep and it will just cost them their lives. Especially seeing as how Puppey's about to be level 2. So's YapzOr. They only needed one more creep. And then you'll have that snowball engagement. But that was the contest in the mid lane going with this Topson Sven in the mid. He's only slightly behind Nisha. Doesn't actually have anything to nice. Well, Nisha has 4. So there's just a very small XP lead for him so far. It's not really going to have that much of a great impact at this point in the game. But even still, it all adds up. How's Zai doing in the bot? Going up against the Enigma. It's definitely a little bit more of an awkward matchup for him, especially now N0tail's actually here. It is a 2-on-1 setup, but he's not doing too badly. He's not doing too badly at all. 3rd on the CS chart. Got double the last hits of Seb. So he's doing quite nice. The Secret, even though the fact that they do see N0tail down bottom, they don't really care. They're just leaving this as a trident up top. YapzOr, ooh, perfect shards. He traps mid one in. But fortunately, this is not enough follow-up damage. So mid one's actually able to survive. Tag team comes out from YapzOr, but unfortunately, yet again, just not enough support coming out there from Puppey. But I say not enough support, but not enough ways to abuse the tag team setup. But nice ice shards once again from YapzOr, trapping mid one in there, and even Matu's now getting involved. And it looks like mid one's going to fall once again. And at least it's actually Matu getting the last hit this time as well. So even more gold for him. Just going to carry on farming up as well. So this off lane for Secret's going very, very nicely. YapzOr's rotated around. Topson, he does manage to dodge the Void Remnant, but Nisha's going to try and do some body blocks. N0tail's actually rotated around to himself. Just going to lend a little bit of helping hand there for Topson. Even gives him a nice little hand he's healing himself. Very, very nice of him. Yasuo still hanging around. I mean, he does have a double damage. I think he was just wanting to leech the XP for level 3. So now he's got all 3 of his abilities online. Going to be a little bit easier to set up for a kill up top. So mid one sucks, so you're going to have to be careful. Sucks it. If you get caught out there, it's going to be an easy kill. He goes for the Cog Trap onto Puppey. But he's going to blind the line away, roll forward from Yapzor, connects with that, the tag team up does way too much damage. And once again, another kill for Secret up top. This time for Puppey. So they're all sharing their kills, which is very nice. Zai, down bottom, he's trying to contest for the bounty rune. But Sebi rotates around, going to force him away with that Midnight Pulse. There's nothing that Zai can do to contest that. So it will be the 2 bounties down bottom, going for OG. And it looks like the top 2 should go for Secret. Is that one already gone? Did someone grab that already? Yeah, Yapzor already grabbed it on his way through. Yapzor, he's actually just diving on top of him behind the tier 1 tower. And he's going to get a solo kill. The TP rotation comes in from mid 1, trying to get a kill onto him. He's just about... Ooh, that final tick from the curse is enough to bring him down. And there will be an extra couple of intelligence stacks there for mid 1. So close there for Yapzor to survive that. It's unfortunate. Even if he had 1 magic stick charge, I think that actually would have kept him alive. That 15 HP. Once again, Yapzor's rotate around to the mid. Yapzor immediately pops out God Strength, seeing the Yapzor was here. It's enough that's going to force Secret to go back. He's going to try and get as much worth out of this God Strength pop as he possibly can. And up top, No-Tails actually came back up here to assist Sarks in mid 1. They're actually going to try and make a move here. Ooh, the Cogs came out. Puppey just managed to blind and light Sarks away, but it doesn't think it's going to matter. Puppey still ends up falling. Now they're going to swap all their attention onto Matumba Man. He's taking quite a bit of damage. The battery salts are so goddamn annoying. He can't make any space. You can try and evade him into the trees, but it doesn't matter. The final hit comes out from mid 1, and it cleans up the kill. Just more and more stacks going towards him. But even still in the mid lane, Yapzor kept his presence down here. And it ends up being another kill onto Topson. So he's definitely struggling a little bit more in this game. 2 deaths now in a row. But even still, he's up there on CS, so it's not impacting him a huge amount. I mean, he's actually 1,000 gold behind Nisha, so never mind. It is actually hurting him quite badly. Despite the fact that he's like quite high up on the CS chart. I think he's just having to spend so much money on regen and just to be able to sustain this lane. So he hasn't actually gone for a bottle. No-Tail now trying to initiate once again onto Matumba Man. And the Cog Traps are connected onto both of them. They're both trapped in here. Matumba Man's going to activate the Master Command, try and stand his ground, but it's not going to be enough whatsoever. And he falls once again. Another kill going for mid 1. Now we've got 10 stacks on that permanent intelligence game. It's looking pretty scary for Secret now in their safe lane. But at least they managed to get a kill onto Seb down bottom. Nisha managed to make some rotations as well with Yapzor. So they are finding space elsewhere on the map. I imagine Matumba Man probably won't go back up, but he is actually heading back towards the top lane. I thought maybe he might potentially swap to go towards the jungle, perhaps. There's a couple of stacks being made there from Puppey. But it's going to be a little bit difficult for Matumba Man to take these stacks just yet. Or if see if he doesn't care and he's going to go for it. Either way, no, he's going to leave him just for now. Maybe wait for another level or 2. So Nisha's rotate back round to the top. Wants to see if he can find something. I think he knew that Topson's around here. Doesn't quite find the connection onto him. Everyone else inside of OG just bailed. There's just No-Tail left up here on his own. Everyone just heads straight towards the bot. Even Zai's abandoned the bot lane now. Gone towards the mid. He's actually got the Hand of Midas queued up. Quite interesting pick up here. Wants to try and just match up the farming space coming out from the farming speed coming out from this Sven. Plus, I mean, it is bonus attack speed, but Slardar does like gets those bash of the deep stacks online a little bit sooner. He's actually just found a little stack in the dire jungle. Manages to snatch it up pretty quickly.
Normally.
10-minute bounties coming up. Does work. It's once again going to be a 2 for 2. So no team's trying to make any sort of big plays at the moment for those bounty runes. Just quite happy for everything to be even. No, actually, Nisha, you might be able to beat it to him. Yeah. So okay, actually ends up being a 3 for 1 trade. Favour in secret this time. Nisha with a nice little play there, realising that Topson would stop to try and farm up those creep camps. Just astral steps straight up to the high ground. Lovely, lovely, tasty bit of bonus gold. So Topson, he's still working towards that Mask of Madness. He's only got phase boots. Definitely a much slower game this time than we saw in the previous. Definitely the fact that he doesn't have an IO with him to just ramp up his farming speed that little bit extra, give him the global presence. But hookshot comes in from Saxo. They're making moves onto Nisha, and he falls super quick, especially with the global silence on top. 4 heroes collapse on top of him, brought down in a second. Also, maybe Secret will try and make a counter play onto a No-Tail, but it's such a difficult kill to find. They're just not going to be able to find him at all. Hides in those trees. And plus with the constant heals coming out from this living armor, pushing any sort of tower is such a chore. Rotation coming out from Seb. TP's up to the top lane. Going to force side just to fall back for now. That's going to keep this tier 1 tower going for even longer. That's farm on mid 1 doing. Going for the Hand of Midas as well. Another hero that likes to benefit from a good bit of attack too. We're up at farm, but look up top. Nisha tried diving onto back behind the tier 1 tower. Does get hit by the overgrowth, but there's not enough follow-up damage from Emoji just yet to lock anyone down. The Will-O-Wisp comes out, connects onto 4 heroes by Puppey, locking everyone down really nicely. Seb, he's just holding around the back, holding onto his black hole. Venetia, he finds the grabber onto him with the astral step, with the voice spirit on top, gets the double kill. Roll forward, comes in. Topson's trying to get involved himself, but he doesn't have any way to commit onto this fight. He doesn't have any items. He's just got face boots. 3 members on the side of OG full. Saxo did manage to get out of there, but unfortunately Topson doesn't have any way to escape himself, and he ends up dropping 4 kills going towards Secret, not losing a single member themselves. Just really nice movements by them. Finding the grabs onto the backline, especially with Nisha just astral stepping straight on top of Seb, locking him down. Just really preventing any sort of black hole play from coming out. Oh, smoke comes out from Secret. They're actually just running straight up there into Saxo there from Matumba Man. Looks like Side Yapsor want to try Legend Helping Hand. The Haster actually ends up running out there for Saxo. It costs him life. But I mean, I suppose that's technically a smoke gank, like, blocked. So you could say that for his team. Like, don't worry, boys. Space. Meanwhile, in the mid, Nisha just poking and prodding, doing Nisha things. Got his Eul Scepter online, so he's able to purge away the silences that are going to be coming out from mid 1. Plus, just set up for those easy Ether Remnants. So Seb, he's got his mechanism now online, so he's going to have a little bit more sustain for the rest of the team in these coming team fights. He's got those Guardian Greaves queued up as well, 1300 gold away. Not a million miles, just a couple of minutes of farming, but a lot of this farm's just being soaked up from mid 1 and Topson as well, that it's going to be a little bit slower. Matumba Man working towards that man style. Very, very key item when going up against the Silencer. Very, very similar to the Void Spirit. Gotta get that Yules to purge away the silence. Manta doing exactly the same thing. Very, very essential item. But even still, Secret 14 minutes in, 5k gold lead. They're not really under any pressure to like be forced to make any moves. They're quite happy just to sort of chill for now, keep their farm going. Looks like Nisha and Zai actually going to head down towards the bot, trying to get a connection. Nisha trying to set up for the bounty room, but changes his mind, seeing as there was a few heroes on the side of OG coming around here. Doesn't want to get caught out. So they fall back for now, but I mean they did force heavy rotations coming out from OG. All 5 members, all down at this bottom lane. Meanwhile, Martu's just farming off on the other side of the map. They're just diving forward now for the Yapsor. They want to try and get the kill on here now. He goes to the TP out, but that's not going to happen. Manifest super easily cancels that out. Punches Seb in the face, but he takes no damage at all. Just wants to make his death seem a little bit showier. Doesn't want to just die for nothing. Secret, they're pushing onto this mid lane. There are quite a few rotations now coming up from OG. TPing towards the mid. Just want to force Secret back for now. But there's still a catapult here. Full wave of creeps. So Secret is going to carry on sieging forward. Sarkzay gets hook shot off onto the high ground. Connects onto Puppey. But he blindly lights him out of the cogs. But it doesn't matter. He's right into Thompson's face now. Jump forward from Zai. Connects onto both of them. The silence comes out, so he couldn't quite get the crush timing off. But even still, this Will-O-Wisp connects on so many members of the OG. They couldn't quite get much happen. Matumba Man gets completely separated. And that's just a free kill. Just everyone on the side of Secret just completely bailed and left Martu on his own. There was no way out for him. I thought maybe that could have potentially been a good turnaround there from the side of Secret. It looks like maybe they're going to try and do it once again. Zai didn't want to jump forward just yet. His Blink Dagger was actually still just on cooldown. I think it was, if it was off cooldown, he probably could have got like a nice 2-3 man crush then. Even still, that's. I mean, it's not exactly like it was a huge, turning point in this game there. But I mean, it was a kill onto Matumba Man. It forced them off that tier 1 tower for a little bit. So there's a slight win for OG. They're even carry on poking upon it. Another jump forward there from Sasa. Connects on Matumba Man. He's getting pretty low. He does actually end up falling. So it's not enough to sustain. Even Nisha getting quite low himself. The jump forward from Yapsor manages to get the finishing grab onto the Seb and brings him down. Now mid wants his focus essential onto Yapsor. We managed to get Glimmer Cave up, trying to retreat. Now the side getting whacked in from top, so just way too much damage from that God Strength. Brings him down in seconds. And he's just charging on for more. Nisha going to be able to get his Dissimulate off and get to the other side of the little ravine. But even still, it's another kill onto Matumba Man, as well as on Zai. 2-for-1 trade favouring OG. Oh, Thompson, he stopped to farm up, but unfortunately, the Ether Remnant there from Nisha actually misses. So Thompson's able to escape. So the Axe queued up for Nisha. It's going to be a good way to get these silences onto mid 1. Have a little taste of his own medicine. So this game's definitely not looking as rough now for OG as it was a few minutes ago. Taking a couple of engagements which went not too badly for them. Obviously at this point when you're behind, you're quite happy to just sort of, you know, stop that net worth from gaining any more. Especially seeing as how Thompson's able to find a little bit of space. And he's only actually 300 gold behind Matu now. So it's the farming speed that comes out from a Sven, especially with Mask of Madness, has allowed him to get himself back into this game. And 4 heroes from OG all down bottom. They do manage to get a spot onto Nisha. Hook shot comes forward there from Sark, so holds him in place. Even the pullback. The overgrowth comes out from Notel. And he's taking a lot of damage. He's just able to get the Scepter off. Oh, but the Black Hole gets committed by Seb, holds him down. Even manages to get the Yapsor, just walks into the side of it. So it ends up being a double kill there for OG. Only needing the 4 heroes as well, so Thompson was still able to do his own thing on the other side of the map, keep his farm rolling. So, and let's just cut that net worth down another 2,000 gold. The Secret, they're just making a couple of too many mistakes in a row now. They're starting to put themselves into a position where they're having to play really carefully. They were ahead quite a nice amount for a while, but even Zai's dropped off massively. Like, only 1,000 gold over the top of Saxa. Literally all he has so far is a Blink Dagger. He's got the BKB queued up, but he's so much money away from it still. He's not going to have it anytime soon. Oh, he's actually going to make a jump forward. Tries to get a grab onto Saxa, but once again, he has this haste room. He's way too difficult to lock down. Oh, the creep is just going to one straight in. Spots the fact that Secret's doing this Roshan. And OG's going to immediately start heading over here. Somehow, jump from Thompson, trying to apply a little bit of pressure. Going to get poked in the face there by Yapso. Going to try and turn around, do a lot of damage. Here comes out there from Seb. Will-O-Wisp, Mir from Puppey. Going to try and hold down as many members of Moji as he possibly can. No-Tail ends up falling as the first casualty of this fight. Re-engagement coming out from Saxa. Yapso just gets way too low. He ends up falling. Zai gets completely caught out as well. Ends up being the 2-for-1 so far. Even a buyback comes out from Yapso, but mid one now. Oh, he gets pretty low. There's no detection on the side of Secret, so he's able to fall back. But he will actually reveal himself, so he dies by the bouncing glaives coming out from Timberman. And then even Thompson gets caught out now himself, so he falls. Now Seb gets completely separated. Saxa's having to play out the other side. He's now going to come in to try and lend a helping hand, but he's not going to be able to support enough. Now he gets caught out by the Ether Remnant, and he's going to be another quick casualty. So it actually ends up being a team wipe there, favouring the side of Secret. It did cost him 1 or 2 buybacks. It was just a buyback onto Yapso, so definitely worthwhile there. Ends up being a 3-for-5 trade favouring Secret, so they bring themselves a little bit further back into this game. But obviously, there was no Black Hole available, and I don't think there was no Global Silence available either. So they had their opportunity, and they took their fight when they possibly could. And they come out on top. Obviously, though, they still lost Matumba Man, so that does delay his farm a little bit. He's still about 1,200 gold away from finishing up this Manta. I mean, as soon as he gets that online, he's going to be able to fight a bit easier. Even the Ag's now online for Nisha. Going to be able to silence up this silencer. Fighting fire with fire. That's how you beat him. I saw a smoke out coming out from OG now. Maybe potentially thinking Secret was going for the Roshan kill, but instead going to move up into triangle. They spot out Yapso, managed to get the hookshot connection. The Lucid Beam stunned him in time just before he can get the Bames off. Meanwhile, Zai jumps into the background. They're focusing down to Thompson. He's getting pretty low, but the global side's going to make a little bit of space. Thompson, he's able to stand his ground. Zai drops. Nisha even getting pretty low himself. Thompson, he's still alive. He's just laying into everyone on the side of Secret. Finally he falls. No-Tail drops as well, but these bouncing glaives coming out from Matumba Man. But again, Matumba Man, he can't stand his ground enough. He ends up dropping as well. And now the Ultima comes over Puppey. He's going to try and lock down Seb and Mid-One. Mid-One is able to get the 4-staff out of there. And they're not actually able to find any other kills. So this time it ends up favouring OG 3-for-2. Matumba Man dropping again. He's got 6 deaths now. It's really not the way that he wanted this game to go whatsoever. Even Seb's super close now to finishing up his BKB. Only about 1,100 gold away. And once this BKB is online, there is no BKB piercing ways to disable on Black Hole, apart from the bash from Zai, but it's not exactly the most reliable thing. Just pokes there onto Mid-One. Does force a couple of TP responses from OG. But obviously he can't quite commit for that kill. Just would end up costing his own life. But Jesus Christ, look at these intelligence stacks that are on Mid-One. Plus 34 in right now. These glaives hit like a goddamn truck. Even BKB nearly online now for Thompson. Definitely going to be a lot easier for him to stand his ground in these coming fights once that is up. But at last the Manta is finished for Matumba Man. finally he has some way to purge off these silences and to give him a way to sort of fall back in these fights and not just get gone on completely. He's actually queued up for the BKB is his next item as well. Will be a good way to avoid the overgrowth, avoid the stun comes out from Sven and the stun from the Enigma. But obviously it does not save you from Black Hole. So there is still going to be that constant threat, especially as soon as this BKB coming out from Seb. It's already done actually, it's coming out the BKB right now. Three for one on the bounties, favouring Secret this time. So they get the spot onto Puppey. Ooh, Suxer. Ooh, he actually ends up whiffing the hook shots. Global Silence even comes out on the back line, stops and he gets the Stormhammer connection onto YapzOr. He's slowing him down. He's going to forcibly go for the defensive snowball down to the low ground there. I don't think it's going to be enough to save him. Actually going to turn around. Does a punch into Saxer. And Saxer's actually getting pretty low. And YapzOr is still alive. Nice Will-O-Wisp comes out from Puppey, making quite a bit of space. The BKB plus the Black Hole comes out there from Seb. He locks down YapzOr and Nisha. YapzOr actually ends up falling. Then the ultimate comes out there from Matumba, trying to stand his ground. He's taking a lot of damn damage. He's dropping too quickly. He can't keep himself alive and he drops. And now it's just Zai and Puppey left all alone. Zai getting focused down by everyone. He's just trying to run away. Stormhammer comes online for Topson, keeps him in place. And a couple of quick hits and he melts in seconds. So 4 members on the side of Secret die, only getting a kill onto Suxer. And now it's just going to be a really easy Roshan take for them. Moving straight on in here. And there's absolutely nothing that a solo Keeper of the Light can do to stop this from happening. Seb's even just going to force down the tier 1 tower as well. Actually leaving the Aegis for mid 1 to take. I suppose technically he is the position 1 this game. Despite the fact that he is a couple of thousand gold behind Topson. Doesn't really matter for him that much. Topson even got the Ags now queued up. A good way for him to get on top of this really annoying Keeper of the Light and bring him down. Even just flying on top of Matumba Man. Matumba Man, I think he needs Satanic. I mean, he needs his BKB to not just get stun locked all the time, and then he needs a Satanic. But it's a really long ways off from him to be able to actually afford these items. And then obviously they're 2 very defensive items. They don't give you any sort of damage bonus. Well, they give you a little bit, I suppose, but it's not exactly what you're going to be after. Oh, the rocket comes out. Oh, it does get the smite onto Nisha, but the hookshot doesn't come on in time. And Nisha's able to complete his TP and get out of there. Very, very close. Not close enough. Oh, looks like Secret. They want to take a move on to Topson. We're here with the Aether Remnant. They're not going to carry following up. I don't think they... Not quite sure on the numbers of OG that were behind him at the time. Puppey managed to fall back just in time to keep himself alive. Even with that Eon disc as well. Just to provide him a little bit of more protection when he gets gone on. He's got so much damn money. This is the benefit of Keeper of the Light. Is with that Illuminate you farm so quickly. He's just got 3.7k sat in his back pocket with a Aeon disc and a Glimmer Cape already online as well. Super rich position 5. He's got 4,000 more gold than Zai. Oh, Zai runs straight through the middle. Doesn't get connection onto B1. Try and lock him down in place. Taking quite a bit of damage. But the Black Hole comes out there from Seb. Locks down 2. Zai falls. YapzOr's shortly to follow. Nothing that Side of Secret can do to stop that from happening. And now OG, they're just going to roll straight onto this tier 2 tower once the creep wave's close enough. Actually, these long-range pokes that are coming out from Puppey's going to be enough to hold him out for now. Nisha, he actually jumps towards the back, gets the grab onto Topson, nearly brings him down. He's going to force the BKB and the God Strength. And he's going to have to go back. So a very small victory there for Secret. Keeps him off the tower. Forces that BKB. Already down to 8 seconds now. That's a little bit of space for Secret. Small amount of breathing room. Now Matumbaman getting close to the BKB. Only 200 gold. Even got the butterfly queued up as his next item. Would be a good way to keep him alive, and it's going to force Topson to go for that MKB to actually deal damage onto him. Oh, Zite jumps forward, gets the stun connection there onto Topson, hold him in place. And it looks like they will be able to keep him locked down long enough to, before any sort of response comes out from OG. So a very nice high priority kill there from Secret found. So Topson even swapping out his build there, not going for the Aghanims anymore, trying to go for the AC. Only 1,000 gold away as well, so we'll get it online pretty quickly. So Matumbaman actually went for the Lucent Beam cooldown. I thought maybe the meta was actually just go for the attack speed. But I mean, actually I suppose if you've got a Keeper of the Light, then you actually do have the mana sustains, you're able to do that. And then especially with the BKB as well, you're not going to be getting constantly silenced up anymore. So you should be able to survive it. It looks like Nisha's setting up for maybe a potential grab onto mid one, but mid one, he falls back just in time to avoid this move. Oh, Nisha, he does okay. He's carrying on going forwards, jumps forwards, gets a connection onto mid one. It forces quite a lot of TP rotations coming out from OG. They all blink dagger forwards, but Secret just bail out in time. They don't find anything. Even the Aegis gets reclaimed. Oh, hook shot. Comes out there from Saksa. I think he was trying to go defensively, but it's actually locked down Zai even still. Topson just laying into Matumbaman, can force him to go back. Zai ends up dropping in the background. I don't think there's anything Matumbaman can do to survive. Oh, he does actually have his BKB pop, so he keeps him alive for now. Topson, you need to get scored by the Eve of the Remnant. He's able to pop his own BKB and keep himself going. Nisha hides in the trees with that Glimmer Cape. Really nice movements there by him. But able to, he's going to get focused down now. The Astral Step just comes up in time. He's able to get down to the low ground, keep himself up. So here's the Zai who ends up falling in the end. Ooh, yep, saw there. He's now getting chased up by Seb. I don't think there's anything you can do to survive this. Tries to go for a TP out. A little bit ambitious though. That's another kill there for mid one. 62 permanent stacks on intelligence. Jeez. That's painful. That's real painful. So maybe once Matumbaman gets this butterfly line, Secret might be able to start trying to take some engagements. But it's still quite a ways off. It's still quite a ways off. It's like, what's that? 900, 2.3 thousand. He's about 3.1k away from finishing up this butterfly. Meanwhile, OG, they're just keeping this pressure going. Take down the tier 2 up top. Maybe potentially want to work onto this tier 2 as well. Seems like there is a creep wave nearby, but never mind. Matumbaman's going to push him away. Oh, so there we go. Fire spectators chat turned off. Maybe that's it might be in the moderator actually. On the spectators in the actual lobby. Never mind. We'll jump forward from Nisha. Gets a connection onto Seb. Gonna force out his BKB, but the hookshot comes out from Saksa. Gonna force it back. Oh, the Black Hole gets bit straight away. That's gonna force Nisha's death. Now, no tell though, he's getting focused up. Zai jumps straight on top of him. So it ends up being a 1-point trade, but still it's definitely favouring. Oh, nice return on the Stormhammer there. Connects onto two of them. Seb ends up falling. Topson's in full retreat. Oh, Zai nearly gets the crush connection. They're still just on the hunt now. His Blink Dagger does come online. Jumps straight on top of Topson. Going to start bringing him down. The Global Silence comes out. Topson's actually going to pop his Ghost Train. Try and stand his ground now. with the BKB activated, holding down Zyber. The punch comes out from Yapzor, and plus the ultimate from Matumba Man, it actually brings him down before Zyber was able to drop. Ooh, the rocket actually connects onto Zyber, not enough damage, and he will survive. So it actually ends up being a 3-for-1 trade, favouring Secret there. It looks pretty dicey to begin with. I think maybe Seb got a little bit carried away with that Black Hole. I mean, maybe there could have been a follow-up stun coming out from Topson instead, which would have allowed the Black Hole to be saved up for that common engagement afterwards. But even still, you know, that's how the cookie crumbles. You can't always predict when these things can happen. Secret, they're waiting for the Roshan, but it's pretty much a maximum respawn timer. Still 2 minutes away. So they're not going to get lucky with an early one. Oh, Matumba Man. Just trying to steal away farm. So after that engagement, Matumba Man's actually got his butterfly online. Jump forward from Seb and No-Tail, trying to put a little bit of pressure onto him. It's not going to be quite enough just yet. Zai jumps towards the backline, but he gets completely caught out. Way too squishy at this point. And the nice hook shot forward there from Saksa connects onto the Yapzor. And it looks like he should fall pretty quickly. These glaives that are flying out from mid ones, way too much damage. Double kill for him, just more intelligence stack. And actually a jump forward from No-Tail, goes for the overgrowth, but there's the Manta Star that comes out from Matumba Man. It purges that away. Plus the Lotus Orb that came out from Nisha. Or was it Lotus Orb on Puppey? It's actually Lotus Orb on Puppey, never mind. Roshan's still about a minute away. Both teams just position themselves around it. Even Yapzor went for the buyback, maybe thinking that this Rosh take was going to come out sooner. It's actually a smoke out now from OG. Gonna head through the mid lane, gonna try and wrap around perhaps. They see Martu farming up the wave. And they've got all of their ultimates, apart from Overgrowth, that's gone for a minute, but they don't really need it that much. It's not a high priority skill they're worried about. They've got this Black Hole ready available. And the scan connects, they realise the secret's hiding up here. They don't want to make any sort of moves happen. Actually, they're going to use a second smoke now. Ice shards and rockets. Both teams are scouting out. Roshan is about to spawn. And he is actually up. Neither teams have actually checked this yet. So no one knows what's going on. The hook shot came off from Saksa, but it actually ends up missing. You're going to force out the Will-O-Wisp there from Puppey. And then Topson pops his BKB with the God Strength. My God, Nisha just absolutely melts. The jump forward from Seb with the Black Hole only connects onto Yapzor. But it looks like Yapzor will actually end up falling. No, he's still alive now. Manages to get the punch off. He's still managed to stand out. Jump forward from side, gets a nice stun connection. Seb gets pretty low. He ends up dropping. Now Topson trying to stand his ground, but he's getting pretty low himself. And he ends up falling. Saksa, he gets caught out. And now it's just mid one left on the side. Goes for the Glim Cape. Going to be able to dodge all the attacks now. But it doesn't matter. The Invis runs out and he gets caught. No-Tail just hiding in trees, but they don't find him. But it doesn't really matter. It ends up being a 4-for-1 again, favouring Secret. Well, 4-for-2. There is a buyback that came out from Nisha. But even still, another fight going their way. Going to set up for a roast take going for them this time. Going to be eggs and cheese. So I think Martu's reached that point now where he's actually tanky enough to start surviving these fights. Especially with the Satanic queued up as his next item. Only 1,000 gold away. He's definitely going to have that online before this the next team fight actually comes about. Or maybe not. Depends if Puppey's going to keep stealing his CS or not. Tier 2 falls pretty quickly. You're going to start working the way onto this Tier 3. There is a glyph available. Zai nearly got the jump there onto No-Tail, but they couldn't quite get him. The glyph gets popped. I don't think Secret really mind too much. Martu's just tanking the tower hits, so laying waste to this Tier 3. And it will get brought down. Seb's up in 5 seconds. Topson's up in 4. But I don't think it's going to be in time. These barracks are still going to end up falling. Jump forward from Saksa. Oh, but the Ether Raven was there. The Black Hole comes out from Seb, collects onto both of them. It looks like Nisha, he's going to get pretty low. Even Martu ends up dropping. So they're both gone. Matu's gonna be back up in a second with this the Aegis, but doesn't matter. He gets hit by the cog straight away. Can pop his BKB. He go for the TP out, but he gets cancelled immediately by the overgrowth. He's held in place, and he drops again. A double death him. Puppey tries to give the TP out, just about manages to make it. But Matu's gone for 90 seconds, no buyback. This is going to be complete swing the other way. Now coming out from OG. He's going to barrel down to this mid lane. Take down the tier 2, maybe the tier 3. There is a glyph available though for Secret. But I think even with this glyph, both these two heroes are gone. No buybacks. Really long time. We'll see what OG is able to make happen. God Strength's about to run out though. So we'll limit the speed that OG is able to take these buildings. Oh. It's like he might get a solo kill onto N0tail, and he actually will. He might get caught out himself though with the stun and the hex that comes out. And Zai drops pretty quickly. Buyback even comes out from N0tail. He wants to get re-involved pretty soon. And then in the back, YapzOr, he's now caught out himself. The Will-O-Wisp comes out from Puppey trying to make some space. Oh, this is a refresher one that comes out from Seb. The Black Hole connects onto both of them. YapzOr falls. Puppey, he shortly falls as well. It's actually a team wipe on the side of Secret. Immediate buybacks that comes out from Puppey and Zai. They want to try and keep their base alive for now. Another jump fall from Sox. They actually gets the hook connection onto Puppey. If Puppey falls, it's going to be a dieback. He will manage to delay it for a little bit of time. Jump fall from Zai can try and make as much space, but it doesn't matter. Puppey ends up dropping. And now it's the Zai left all alone with his BKB. It's about to wear off. I think Thompson knows that. Maybe thinking about trying to turn around, but he's getting pretty low himself. He's going to be forced to run back. But Matu and Nisha, they're almost up in only a couple of seconds. And it doesn't look like OG is going to be able to find any more key objectives out of this. Despite the fact that the two supports on the side of Secret are still down. Again, it's just another swing back towards OG. This game is just all over. Look at this goddamn chart. Woo, woo. If this was a roller coaster, I'd pay big money to go on that thing. I'd pay big money. Woo, damn. That looks like a thrill and a half. So see where OG, they're still hanging around here. They don't want to go back just yet. Black Hole's still gone for 60 seconds though, but there is no Puppey for that same amount of time. We'll see if that's enough to actually make OG want to carry on pushing onto this tier 3 tower. They're just poking at the moment. They're not really fully committing. They're just trying to chip away at this tier 3. There's actually a double damage on Thompson as well. Oh, jump from Soxa. He doesn't get a connection on the side, but it's going to be pushing back. Meanwhile, the tier 3 does end up dropping towards the bot lane. Oh, stun connection onto Matu. Going to force him to pop his BKB fallback. The overgrowth comes out from N0tail, trying to hold in place, but he immediately pops the man that's trying to stay alive. But Nisha, oh my god, he gets focused. 3 hits, comes down. The Eclipse comes out from Matumba, but I don't think it's going to be enough. He's getting pretty low. He ends up dropping, no buyback. 90 seconds. YapzOr, he's barely alive. I don't think it's going to be enough, and he falls. Zai now left all alone against everyone on the side of OG. No buybacks on Secret. And I don't think that's it. He's dead. That's it. That's game. That is game. And they call it GG. So OG, they absolutely, they take it. They take the series 2-0 against Secret. Very well played by them. It was so back and forth this game. I mean, at no point was one team stupidly far ahead. I think at one point Secret was, I think they were 8,000 gold. I don't think it was even that much. They were 6,000 gold ahead at one point, Secret, and that was the biggest gold lead we saw in this whole game. It was 42 minutes in. Just super back and forth game. Really well played by both these teams. Look at that final plummet. That's what you like to see at an end of a roller coaster. You know, you really get your money's worth for that big drop. But even still, very, very well played there by OG. Managing to keep their cool. Taking a good couple of engagements. But I mean, same with Secret. Both teams were playing pretty well. But Matumba, man, he died so many times in the early parts of that game. He just couldn't really get his mantra online fast enough, despite the fact that he had a really good start in the laning phase. Basically had free farm plus 3 kills in the lane as well. But even still, OG, they come out victorious, despite the fact that Thompson also got pretty manhandled in the early phase. Managed to recover pretty quickly. So very well played there by OG. Managing to just come out on top. And they did it. They did it. There's not much else I can say. They played it well. They kept their cool, and they won. So very well played there by him. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this game, and you stick around for some more. Obviously that is the last game of today if you guys are watching this live. But yeah, even still, thanks for watching, guys. Cheers. Thanks for watching that video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it and the content I was able to provide. I am just starting out, so if you did like it and you want to support me in the future, then please think about following and subscribing to me on Twitch, Twitter and YouTube. I post on Twitter what events I plan on covering in the future and when I'm actually able to do some casts. I don't have the most free time in the world, unfortunately, so I can't provide constant content, but I can guarantee you every single time that I do cast, I'm giving it my all because I have a lot of passion for it, and hopefully that does come off. So once again, hopefully you guys enjoyed it and you stick around for the next video. So hopefully I see you guys there. Cheers.